when we use don't when we have I, you, we, you, and they. Listen very carefully. We use don't, which is do not, which is the contracted form, of do not. Is the don't is the contracted form of do not. So we use it when we say I, you, we, you, they. Okay. Now, when we have he, she, it, or the name of anybody, we are going to use doesn't. Okay. Good. Okay. So when we talk about this, we say he, she, it doesn't. Okay, doesn't, because he, she, it goes with do or goes with does, and I, you, we, you, they go with do. So the positive form is do, positive form is does. When it's negative, it is do not, and the negative form is does not for he, she, it, and Jane. If we have to, now, if teachers say I, question mark, don't, doesn't play football. Yeah, this, what's the answer here? What's gonna be the answer? Yeah?
Don't.
Very good. The answer is gonna be don't. So the answer is I don't play football. Okay? Now, if we change I, if we change I to if we say you, play badminton, okay, here. So are you going to say don't or doesn't? What's the answer here?
Don't.
Huh?
Don't.
Don't. Okay, don't. Correct. Now I'm going to be changing this one. Okay, let me change now this one. Let's keep on changing it and see if what's going to happen. All right. Now, if I have to change it to they, what's the answer?
Don't.
Don't. Okay. So it's going to be they don't, right? So the answer is going to be don't. They don't play badminton. Okay. Now, if I change it to she, huh? She. What's the answer? She what? Okay. So it's going to be she don't or doesn't. Uh-huh.
Doesn't.
Doesn't. She doesn't. Right? So the answer is going to be she doesn't. She doesn't. Now, if we change doesn't to, if we change she to, now if it is John, don't or doesn't?
Doesn't.
Doesn't, right? Okay. If we change John to, if we change it to John and Jane, what's the answer? John and Jane. John and Jane don't or doesn't?
Doesn't.
Huh? Ah, Sunny.
Doesn't.
John and Jane don't or doesn't?
Doesn't.
Ice.
John
Where is
and
ice? Ice.
Jane.
Doesn't.
Doesn't.
Huh?
Doesn't.
Okay. Japan. John and Jane.
Doesn't.
Okay. Sunny. John and Jane.
John and Jane doesn't play badminton.
Very good. Now, all of you listen very carefully, okay? Listen very carefully. Listen very good. Now, it is not going to be doesn't because John and Jane, okay? John and Jane becomes, John and James becomes they because it is two people. Understand? Yes, listen real good. So John and Jane becomes they. Now, when it is they, Japan, when it's they, what do you say? They what? They don't or they doesn't. Japan, I'm talking to you, please.
They don't.
They don't, right? So if the teacher says John and Jane are they, so John and Jane, what? What's the answer, Japan?
Don't.
Don't. Very good. John and Jane don't. So the answer is going to be don't, not doesn't. I hope everybody understand that. So when you have more than one person, we are going to say don't, right? We're going to say don't. Very good. Now, if we change this one to, if we change it to, let's change it, okay? Let's change this one to Jane let's change it to Jane and I. Jane and I dash play table tennis. Yeah, so what's the answer? What's the answer here? Jane and I, is it don't or doesn't?
Don't.
Okay, Jane and I don't, because it is they, it is Jane and I becomes we. Okay, so we is this way, so we are going to say don't, right? Good. I hope that is understood. Now, the next one is, what about the teacher? What about the teacher? The teacher. Hello. Sunny, what about the teacher?
The teacher doesn't play table tennis.
Okay, Sunny again. Yes, the teacher doesn't play table tennis. What about the teachers?
The teachers don't play table tennis.
Beautiful. Ice. Now we are going to change this one. Ice, where is Ice? You look. We are going to change the teacher to the child. The child. Yes, the child. Is it do or is it don't or doesn't? Ice.
Doesn't.
The child doesn't. Very good. Now, what about the children? The children don't or doesn't. Eyes, still to eyes. Eyes. I. Again. Doesn't. I think your microphone is disturbing. It's okay. So the children do what? Don't or doesn't?
Doesn't.
Children. Sunny, the children don't or doesn't?
The children doesn't play table tennis.
There are many children. Remember, the teacher said when there are many, we are going to use don't. And when it is one person, especially he, she, it, or the name of somebody, we are going to use doesn't. You understand that? Yes. So when it's many now, you're going to say the children don't. Okay? The children don't. If it is one child, the child doesn't. Okay? Okay. I hope that is understood. Now, what about the students? This one has S. The students. Many students. The students don't or doesn't? Japan. Uh-huh. The children don't or doesn't.
Don't.
Don't. Very good. So it's going to be the students don't. All right. Now, what about the student? The student don't or doesn't, Japan?
Doesn't.
Doesn't. Very good, because it is one student. Good. Okay. So if it is, what about the man? The man. The man don't or doesn't, Japan? Hello?
Doesn't.
Yes, the man doesn't. Okay. The man doesn't. Okay. By tongue. If it is the man, do we say the man don't or the man doesn't? Remember, man here is the plural.
Doesn't.
The man, many people, right? The man pen lai khona. The man don't, okay? If there are many people, we use don't, right? Don't. So the man don't, not doesn't. All right. What about the woman?
Meow. Meow, 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 meow.
Ah. The woman
Meow, meow.
don't or doesn't play table tennis. Ice. The woman don't or doesn't play table tennis.
Don't.
The woman is one person. ถ้าคนเดียวเราจะต้องพูดว่า doesn't. ถ้าหลายคนต้องพูดว่า don't. Okay? So this woman is one person. อันนี้คนเดียว So what do you say? The woman don't or doesn't?
Doesn't.
Doesn't. Okay? So it's going to be the woman doesn't. But if there are many people, we are going to say don't. ถ้าหลายคน you say don't. All right? ถ้าไม่ใช่ I กับ you เป็นหลายคนเราจะใช้คำว่า don't. All right? So now the women เป็นหลายคนนะ the women don't or doesn't. By tongue, the women don't or doesn't. Huh? Don't. Okay? The women don't. Okay. I hope that is understood by most of you. So, okay. We'll go out and then come back again. Sign back and then let's do this work. Okay? We'll come back again and do this work.